Ladies and gentlemen, White Ra versus Machine right here on the Jungle Basin. Machine of the Pink Trunks playing Zerg up to the northwest of this particular map versus Ra. Jungle Basin. I remember some nonsense on Jungle Basin. This, I would call, actually, if I remember correctly, this was the final match of the EU versus US series. I believe it's actually the other way around this time in terms of the setup, but EG Machine must be having a few instances of deja vu right here, because this is where he lost to that 5-gateway single base build from White Ra. And if that happens again, oh wow. It was a quick and brutal match, folks. It was done in about 7 minutes. Will that happen again? Will EG Machine allow that to happen again? I'm thinking no, because hell, EG Machine, he is on the warpath, he is absolutely determined, and he is an exceptional player. Will he make the same mistake twice? Highly unlikely. Spawning pool on its way right here for EG Machine. White Ra builds a pylon, and the audience is aghast! I'm thinking not. The audience being aghast would be really awkward. Wow, okay, White Ra. White Ra blocks that expansion down there. Nice deal with the pylon. But again, it's just, I have to wonder. Will Machine be able to deal with that? Hell, he dealt with the steel last time. Never ever count him out. Formidable player. I'm just concerned for him that White Ra is going to break out that old standard, and if he does, well, we could see a repeat. This is the very essence of a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. Same map, same setup, same potential. Although, admittedly, we got White Ra up 2-1. So White Ra can afford to lose this one. He's not going to do it, admittedly. Has no desire to lose this one. Now, White Ra, are you planning on expanding quickly? Well, looks like you are, so it looks like we're not getting the same strategy. He probably thinks exactly the same thing. He knows that his opponent is capable of dealing with that. White Ra, a little bit of supply block right there after losing that pylon. No big supply. Second pylon goes up. He doesn't want him to have that. He doesn't. And look, he's gaining an economic advantage over his opponent after seeing last game just what Machine's economy can really do. Machine had a production line going on there. It was a hefty, hefty force. It just kept coming back. White Ra couldn't deal with it, and now his way of dealing with it is to beat him at his own game. Delays the expansion. He's slightly ahead now in terms of that Nexus, and that Nexus is very safe on this map. If you look at it, no way in other than those destructible rocks, or of course, through the main base, which is also a possibility. Slide past that, but do you think Ra's going to allow that? Absolutely not. Sets up the Cybernetics core in a trademark block, and his Zealot in the little choke point right there. Nothing's getting through. None shall pass! Not happening. Okay, Machine. It's all or nothing now. You know what you have to do. Hatchery's on its way up for him. Spinecrawler once again to deal with that harassment that he probably knows is coming, although I must say Ra has varied it up slightly. He's gone with 2 Zealot as opposed to 1 Zealot into Stalker. Transferring now all the way down to that Nexus. Start pumping out his probes as quickly as possible. There's his Stalker. You know, I have a feeling that White Ra would be very lonely without his early Stalker. He might be an evil genius, folks. And I say that with the greatest, of course, respect to the team of Machine. He might be some kind of evil overlord, but I think that one single Stalker is like a security blanket for him. I really do. Doesn't matter how evil you are. You've still got some kind of blankie. It's true. Very quick tech up there to lair for Machine. Interesting. This is going to be hard fought one way or the other. Ra continues with economic dominance, which is what he's got right now. He has it secure. He's 2 harvesters ahead. He'll continue with that for the time being. No sign of grabbing that second gas. Relying on gateway units. 1 gateway, 2 gateway. In addition to the one he's already got up. Now scouting across the map, seeing what he can see. Try and take a little bit of scouting information. Takes the Xel'Naga watchtower. Has a look around. Sees absolutely nothing. Was looking to spy on babes through their windows. Didn't happen. Sorry. No babes on this map. We've got a queen, though. I tell you, she's a complete bitch. And she's going to be sliced into tiny little kibbles if she's not careful. Needs to back off there, but the Spinecrawler will do hefty damage. Looking for the chase around. He wants to take that queen, but he slides all the way through. All the way through. Doesn't even lose a unit right there. Now that queen's going to have to defend. 2 queens up. Needs to bring that one down. Oh, God. There. Oh, so very, very close there. Great micromanagement there by both players. Takes 1 Zealot. Gonna lose that queen, though, if he's not careful. No big defenses right here. It's a quick movement through to Spire, folks. Looking for Mutalisk play. Nice surround there. Brings him down. Pulls a little bit off his mineral light. It was good stuff. It was a nice slide pass there by White Raw, but very, very well dealt with by Machine. Units lost right here. White Raw has lost a ton of units, but he does have the economic advantage. He might be able to afford that. What I'd be concerned with is the fact that that Mutalisk Spire remains unscouted. Stargate on the way. Forge on the way. Robotics facility on the way. Everything you could possibly imagine for the growing Protoss. Very important that you get at least 5 of those a day, folks. It's the nutrients, it's the vitamins of the Protoss race. The question is, what is White Raw going to put in his lunchbox today? Still on the 3 gateway with robotics facility. Could be going through the Colossus after that, but he does have the Stargate, maybe looking for that mixed build with the Void Rays again. 8 Mutalisks on the way, though. That's going to be problematic for him. He's got 2 Stalkers on the ground, 3rd one on the way. A little bit of chasing around there. That probe is going to die so very, very horribly. Or is it? Because White Raw breaks off to defend it. Flanks him around very nicely. Again, though, I'm still concerned about those Mutalisks. It's going to be very worrisome for him. Gets a decisive engagement, able to take that down. Is he going to lose a Stalker? Is he going to lose a Stalker? No, he doesn't. Wow, 4 HP, so very, very close. Here's the problem he's got. Flight and Mutalisk coming in from the side, and he doesn't really have an awful lot in his base to counter it with right now. Where's his cannons? Does he have any? No, he really doesn't. This is going to be devastating. That's going to go into the mineral line, and he is going to hate that one. Breaking back, though. He is falling back with his force, and now he spots them in, and there you go. We've even got a Void Ray in the air. Manages to take down a single one before it dies. Do we have enough Stalkers? Yes, we do. Warps him in. Unbelievable. Nothing gets past this guy, and I do mean it. We've also got a little bit of an engagement going in right here. Unfortunately, Raw loses that one. Machine rips through that pylon. Takes the Zealot out for good measure. Mutalisk wheeling around to try and harass that natural expansion, I would think. Breaks up a single one for a little bit of damage right here. Stalker's moving in. White Raw says, absolutely not. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to allow that. I swear, if White Raw, among his superpowers, is freaking telepathy. Seriously. Unscouted Spire, but it's like, you know what I think might be coming my direction? Oh yeah, there you go. Then again, bear in mind, he's been keeping an eye on his map very carefully. He's had pylons all over the place. He might have spotted them coming in. Once again comes the Flight of Mutalisk, but they take a heavy fusillade of fire. Takes 1 unit out, skating around. Got his opponent on the defensive, though, more importantly, but Stalker Blink is on its way. Stalker Blink with White Raw. Ah, potent combination. A deadly recipe. Diagnosis, murder. Hatchery coming up right here as well. AG Machine's got that well defended. Zerglings on the ground, Roaches on the way as well, and 11 Mutalisks. 11 Stalkers, however, bear that in mind. War on the way. Photon cannons coming up for defense, I would think, at some point in the not too distant future. But bear in mind, of course, they're only going to delay the inevitable, unless he wants to invest an awful lot in it, and he really doesn't. Have a look at his economy right now. He's got such a mix of things. He's got robotic space, hasn't been used as of yet, but now pumping out a Colossus. No extended thermal lance, doesn't quite have the gas for it yet. 3 warp gates. Forge right here. In come the Mutalisks from the side. Looking to take out that... There we go. Takes the photon cannon. No losses either from the Mutalisks, although they were fairly badly injured with that. Ra just waiting. He's got his blink now. Looking to try and get a decisive strike against those Mutalisks before a deadly counter-attack, perhaps. Void Ray still scouting around, doing very little, honestly. I think that Void Ray is going to be in retirement very soon. Mutalisk coming from the side again, looking to swarm in, and this time they can get the soft underbelly of White Raw. Blink! There you go, that's what he was waiting for. Takes not 1, not 2, but 3, by the looks of it, in terms of the Mutas. That was deadly. Oh yes, takes him down to 8 Mutalisks, folks. Patience of White Raw paying off right there, and now looking for a counterattack, backed up by the Colossus, and what has his opponent got to match that with? 17 Roaches on the ground, but there's so many Stalkers. 16 Stalkers. Colossus backing it up. Mutalisk right there. Mutalisks are wheeling around. He's got a Corruptor in the air as well. Try and deal with that Colossus. It might help. Certainly will, indeed. Setting up his expansion right now and starting to apply the pressure. This is where I'd be concerned for Machine. White Raw with the upper hand. Slices up a Zergling for good measure. Looks to try and flank around. We're going to look for a blink. Yes, we are! There we go, folks. There's the blink. Gets great damage there. Great damage. Machine's still caught on the back foot, looking to make sure he's got an overwhelming force. Mutalisks in the air. 27 Roaches. Single Corruptor as well. 6 Zerglings. Up against 2 Colossi, though, and 20 Stalkers. 2 Void Rays, 6 Zealots. I don't know, I would give this one to White Raw at the moment. Many proxy pylons coming in, warping in additional units. 33 roaches up right now, though. Overwhelming the number of stalkers that he's got coming in. Looking for positioning. He sees where his opponent is, looks to get a good angle. This could be the crushing blow. It's what he's looking for right now. Engages the roaches, blocks him in right there. Zealots take him out. He takes a good number there. In the meantime, however, we've got a force of roaches moving in around the side to try and take out that expansion. Going to try and force White Ra to retreat by the looks of it, which is what's going to happen. Going to have to respond to that. A great move. Void Ray trying to cut its way through the armor of that, but the Mutalisk are going to tear it apart, and that's exactly what happens. Income from the side. Multiple forces, multiple laser strikes. Bashes EG Machine away, but loses the expansion in the process. Machine trying to get that momentum back. Looks like he's getting it as well. He is getting aggressive. That's what he's really good at. He is relentless, ladies and gentlemen. Yet more roaches on the way for him. He's going to have 44. Stalkers warping in to reinforce. 29 Stalkers available. More on the way. More proxy pylons building up. Decisive encounter is looking very likely right now. Brings the Void Ray in for good measure. Maybe as a good luck charm. Pushes his way through. Where are the majority of the forces? A lot of burrowed roaches around there. That could be risky. He's going to have to now fall back, and he doesn't have the units to repulse that. Looking to try and surround him. Is that's what's going to happen? There we go. Here's the stand of White Ra. Incoming from the side. Mutalisk force gunned down by the Stalkers. Roaches coming in from the side. Getting annihilated by the Stalkers, but taking a heavy toll in the process. A lot of damage coming in from Machine, but I don't think it's quite enough, honestly. It really isn't enough. Roaches falling very, very quickly. 25 Stalkers. He outnumbers them. That's it. Machine is getting toasted right here. No question about that. Doesn't have the numbers for it. He's got nothing left on the ground. Absolutely nothing. White Ra with the dominance right here. I'd expect good game at any possible moment. More roaches moving in, though. He is not giving up without a fight. He brings another 10. It's not going to be enough. Brings the Colossi down, though. Takes heavy casualties. More Stalkers continue to reinforce. 27 plus a Sentry plus a Zealot. Not going to be enough. Definitely not going to be enough. 7 roaches available. Looking to try and charge in right there for a counterattack. He definitely doesn't have the numbers for that, though. That expansion's getting ravaged. Many Stalkers. Left side. Even side. So many Stalkers from White Ra right here. Takes that apart. Layers going down. What's he got to counter it with? 15 roaches on the way to do it. Still not enough. 31 splits him off right there. Pushes his way into that, and that main base is getting destroyed. No question about that. It is gone. EG Machine is losing everything he's got right here. He's trying desperately to fend him off with the roaches. Blinks away, though. Masterful play there by Ra. Not happening, I'm afraid. Absolutely not happening. Ra continues. He's still got 31 Stalkers. EG Machine has 18 roaches on the ground. They're taking out proxy pylons all over the place, relying still on this one hatchery that he's got left. But he's lost all of his tech. All been brutalized there by White Ra. Can he hold the line? Oh, wow, he's even going to lose that if he's not careful. Void Ray pushing its way forward. Big firepower coming in from that. And as we see the Stalkers annihilate the natural expansion of EG Machine, all he's got left is this. He doesn't have what he needs to defend it. There's no question he doesn't. Expect to see a good game any moment here from EG Machine. Put up a valiant effort. White Ra from every possible conceivable direction. Stalkers. Expertly managed. Roaches just weren't enough, even with the numbers advantage. Great mix of units, and in he goes. The last stand of EG Machine, ladies and gentlemen. 13 roaches, 12, 11, 10, still 30 Stalkers on the field. It's not gonna hold. You know it's not gonna hold. GG. Ladies and gentlemen, White Ra takes it and advances to the finals. Holy hell.